Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. So we just had a state of play from Sony and we probably won't hear any more information for the next 3 months or so. So it's the perfect time to once again continue to discuss the PlayStation VR2. This will be my last video for a while, I promise. I'm sure I'll piss a few more people off with this one, but we really got to dive a little bit deeper into what this showcase gave us, what it means for the current state of the PlayStation VR2, the overall reaction from people watching it, developers, where everybody's at. I'm going to dive into it much deeper today. Now, some people are in a state of sucking down copium. Some people are just super anti-Sony right now. Whatever your case may be, I'm going to be down the middle, but I'm going to tell it like it's real, and I'm going to explain to you why these discussions are so important. Now, there are, of course, links and timestamps if you want to skip ahead, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by VR makers of prescription lens inserts for all of your favorite VR headsets. Quest 3 inserts are now available for purchase, and I'm extremely happy to announce that they've significantly dropped their pricing on this product. They magnetically connect for easy insertion and removal, so if you wear eyeglasses and struggle to fit them inside the VR headset, or you're concerned about scratching your lenses, go check out VR down in the description, and don't forget to use discount code Mateo311 for 10% off and to help support my channel. Okay, so I just wanted to start with a little bit of the overall community's reaction. I know there were people out there watching the state of play, waiting for some good news so they could run back to my videos and say, look, you are completely wrong. And honestly, I was hoping I'd be wrong. I was hoping Sony would shut me up with some first party something, or just a bunch of really cool announcements, any new information. But honestly, that wasn't really the case. Some people did, however, show up at my channel and be like, Metro, mic drop. And I was like, where's the mic drop? This is a multi-platform game. This is not an exclusive PlayStation VR2 title. And the whole conversation I've been talking about is Sony is failing to give us any reason to choose the PlayStation VR2 platform. It's already a harder choice because it's not a standalone headset. So you're much more likely to get it only if you own a PlayStation 5. But then on top of that, they're not giving us any content for us to go in that direction. So there's no mic drop here, and I will get into Metro a little bit later. But that's the whole reason why I felt compelled to make yet another video. I feel like people are disillusioned, and they really want to defend Sony, but they don't have the ammo for it. Metro is another multi-platform title, coming from Vertigo Games, the studio that gave us After the Fall, Arizona Sunshine. It's not a highlight moment for the PlayStation VR2. Now, I know other people, like the Reddit community, had their bingo cards ready. And it's like, all right, state of play. They said Metro VR. Yeah, I got that one. And it's like, okay, well, what else? Now, there was one other title announced, which is Legendary Tales, which actually came out for PSVR back in September of 2021. And I personally love the game. I absolutely love the game. And this is not just the PC version. The full version is now releasing on PC, and PlayStation VR2 owners are going to get to jump into this game. And it's an action RPG, and I personally love it. So I think that's a big win. But again, not a huge, selling point to pull people over to the PlayStation VR2, because again, it's a game that already exists somewhere else. What I really want to get into is the fact that this definitely wasn't good news for the PlayStation VR2. Like I said, no first party announcements, no any type of updates or additional support or coming later, nothing. I mean, they really kind of left us hanging high and dry, and the people who don't think that's the case, I'm sorry, you're probably lying to yourself. I saw people going, wow, this is exactly what the platform needs. Another horror shooter? I mean, look at it. You have Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 8, 2 horror-themed shooters. You also have Switchback VR, another horror-themed shooter game, even though that's arcadey. But you're saturating your entire platform with one type of game, and you're not growing the way you need to. I discussed that in so many previous videos. You got to branch out more. PlayStation VR 1 started with something like Astrobot, which has a larger mainstream appeal. These are the people you need to get into so the platform grows, so that more developers support the platform. So honestly, this isn't the win that people think it is. Now, is it bad? Is this bad news? Well, like I said, it's not the news we needed or wanted, but Metro coming and Legendary Tales, definitely not bad news. I think we're in store for 2 awesome games. So if this isn't bad news, why don't I just shut the hell up? Can I be positive for a change? After all, it's negative influencers like myself that are just destroying the whole PSVR2 platform. which is a statement I find absolutely laughable. People have said this to me, and first off, you're giving me way too much credit, or me and all the other influencers combined. You're giving us way too much credit. If the platform was awesome, we would say it was awesome. It would grow. We couldn't deny it. The numbers would back it up. The sales would back it up. But that's not the case here. Now, why I talk about this is not to piss off the community. I've said it 100 times. I want Sony to prove me wrong. I want this platform to kick ass. I love the games like Resident Evil. I even loved Horizon. Horizon I thought was a very solid experience. But they're not doing it right now, and there's steps they need to take to move us in that direction. Things that only Sony can do. And people look at it like, listen, you're going way too hard on Sony. Games are still coming out for the platform's still healthy. Metro and also Legendary Tales have been in development for quite some time now. So this does not show the current state of how developers feel about the PlayStation VR2. It just shows that, some projects are still ongoing for it. Some developers haven't pulled away from the PlayStation VR2 yet. That's all it shows. We would know more when these games release and what their release quality is. Now, I think Legendary Tales, since that's only a PC game, they're going to give it a lot of attention on the PlayStation VR2. I'm not expecting a bad release there. But if Metro Awakening comes out and it's really good on Quest and PC and sucks on the PSVR 2, it shows once again where the developer's attention is, where they're putting more support to. They always put more emphasis on the Quest version for two reasons. One, they have to. It needs more optimization. And two, that's where they're going to make the vast majority of their money. So they have to deliver on that platform. So time and time again, we see this. So I'm going on about this as a wake-up call to Sony. Not to be a negative jerk, not to piss you guys off, not for clickbait, because I want it to succeed, and they really, really need to come back at us and restore consumer faith and also developer faith. Now, I know plenty of you are really happy with your PlayStation VR 2, and there's not a word I can say that should or will diminish that. Maybe I may make you a little uneasy for the future of the PlayStation VR 2, and you don't like me saying that, and it gets under your skin, you're personally attached to this device, or you have buyer's remorse, whatever the case may be. That really doesn't matter in your current state of enjoyment. Just enjoy it and tune me out. Okay, but you have to understand what I'm coming with here is true information. I've spoken to so many studios regarding this, and their overall opinion is never positive when it comes to the PlayStation VR 2. Some people love the hardware. Some people really enjoy the fact that they, have more power from the PlayStation 5 that they can utilize. Being on mobile platform is limiting and a lot of optimization required, but overall they're frustrated in the number of sales and the money they're making on it, and they just almost see it as a dead end. Some people I know are giving up on it. Some people think Sony's giving up on it. But I'll give you my personal experience, something that hit home for me, because a lot of people say Sony just doesn't care. And they recently made me feel that way. I do have a Sony PR contact that I've worked with in the past. They offered to send me the PlayStation VR 2 for free. I turned it down because it was going to come one day late, and I wanted to have it here to talk about it and show you guys on day one. So I turned down the free PlayStation because of that, because of one day. But regardless of that story, I've been reaching out constantly to that PR person, just always trying to get more information, upcoming games, release dates, anything. And usually I get nothing. I'm asking for something so minor. Every other studio and company wants to provide me this information because they know I'll just talk about it. I will give them pretty much free publicity because I do the news updates, what games are coming, stuff like that. And I've been asking them, hey, is there any chance you could just give me your monthly releases or any information so that I could talk about it on my weekly news or my monthly release date videos? And first, like one time they were just like, no, we don't have that information readily available. Another time, most recently, what I got back was just check our blog website. Now, for some people, you may think this is a completely normal response. However, in my situation, it's ridiculous. I would be getting information the day it releases for everybody else. Well, I don't have time to prepare and discuss things and put content together if that's the case. Two, this is someone who's coming to you and wanting to help, wanting to share the glory of the PlayStation VR 2, get people hyped up for new releases. And you don't want to work with them. You're dismissing them. You're basically just check our website. And I did go check the link they gave me, the PlayStation blog, and it's still showing Resident Evil 8 and Horizon Call of the Mountain, and nothing new there. So this is an absolute joke, and it basically is like Sony saying to me, we don't care about you. Maybe they don't like me because I've said negative things recently. Probably they don't know who the hell I am. The PR person most likely doesn't know who I am. I could be wrong here. However, this is a very dismissive, we don't care, or we're not even trying type of statement that came my way. That's how I feel. So developers feel this way. I know lots of consumers feel this way. They're not, playing nice, at least with me as a content creator. I'm sure a few others feel that way too. So overall, it looks like Sony just doesn't care. Now, there's still a lot of time left in the year. I've discussed this too. We just hit the 1 year mark with the PlayStation VR2, or we're just about to hit the 1 year mark. A lot can change. We'll wait till the next state of play. But if we go through 2 more states of play and it remains the same, I have no faith left. I'm trying to remain optimistic. I know people at the 6-month mark were calling out Sony, and I was like, it's too soon, guys. Relax. The holiday's coming. They're going to have a sale. They're going to bundle with a game. They're going to announce something good. But no, nothing yet. And this is a little sad. Could you imagine a new console release with, after a year from release, there's not one major first-party IP? We could say Horizon Call of the Mountain, but then we'd have to strike major from my last statement there. It's a good game. It's just not the console seller that we needed, or the hardware seller. And there we go, guys. Very ranty video. Just once again, I'm coming down hard on the PlayStation VR2, but not from a place of I hate the PlayStation VR2, or like I'm a meta shill or PSVR for life. I call it as it is. If PlayStation VR was killing it right now, I would be singing its praises. And I've been really, really critical of the Quest in the past. It's basically, I'm telling you what the industry's pulse is. You may not feel that way because a lot of us live in our own bubbles. The people around us have similar opinions. We go to certain places to get our information, and we just kind of hear the same thing over and over again. And I've had to learn over years that, when someone tells me something I don't want to hear, don't just push them out. Don't just try and slam them with an argument. Go look for more information. And overall, I'm really starting to lose faith in the PlayStation VR 2, but I hope things change. I want some kick-ass games. I want my God of War in VR. And that's it, guys. I won't be ranting about the PlayStation VR 2 anymore until there's any new revelation. Something good comes out, I'll cover it. Like I said, I will be covering Legendary Tales. So unless they screwed up that release, it should be a very positive one. And that's today's video, guys. I know you're mad. Let me know down in the comments. Blast me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Or can you still thumbs down on YouTube? Sure, thumbs down. Whatever. Just let me know how you feel. And of course, I'll see you guys on next time.